Hello Yogi family, I hope we are well. My name is Amy if we haven't met me already. And we're going to move through a nice practice, kind of focusing on the whole body. And we are going to begin on our bellies. So making your way down to your mats, however you wish to get there. And we'll set up one hand on top of the other. Create a nice pillow for the head, bring those big toes to touch, allow those heels to knock out, and then rest the forehead on your handmade pillow. And just take a second here to allow everything to completely soften. Relaxing through those shoulders, forehead, spine, chest, belly, glutes and the hips, the legs, kneecaps, ankles, and your feet. And here we really have the opportunity to feel our breath expand against the floor. Noticing as we inhale and send the breath into the belly, our belly expands and presses into the ground. And as we exhale, we find this softness and our bodies sink back to the floor. We take a few moments to just acknowledge that really natural, organic action taking place. Connecting to your breath, connecting to how it's moving in your body. Again, take another little quick body scan. Notice if you're holding any unnecessary tension, can you release? And also taking this time here to arrive in this space. Arriving on your mats, knowing that you're dedicating the next half an hour to yourself, to your bodies, to your mind, and to create space. Let's take 5 more deep breaths here. Last 2. Big inhale. Big exhale. Lovely. Lifting up the forehead and take the hands nice and wide, wider than the mat, and prop up on tented fingertips. Elbows come up towards the ceiling. And now pressing into the tops of the feet, lifting up through the kneecaps, drawing that tailbone slightly under. Feel that core engage. As we inhale, we press into the fingers, keep that bend in the elbows, lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears, and exhale, we can ripple the spine back down. Inhaling, pressing into the fingers. Find that lift in the chest, maybe squeeze the glutes to protect the lower back. And exhale, lowering, synchronizing breath and movement. You're also welcome to play with the hands. The further away from the body they are, the less intense that back bend will be, and the closer they are, the more intense. So maybe every breath exploring your range of motion. We have 2 more here. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears, keeping those legs nice and active. Last one. Lovely, meeting on our bellies. We'll take a nice shoulder opener, reaching that left arm out towards the left, palm slightly higher than the shoulder, bending into the right leg, pressing into the right hand as we roll onto that left shoulder, planting that right foot behind the crease of the left knee and relaxing the head and neck. Just take a moment to arrive here. Breathe, sending the breath into the belly. And if you'd like to search for more sensation, you can reach that right arm around the back, option 1. Option 2, both knees can come towards the ceiling. Big nourishing breaths here. Also very welcome to stay where you are, listening to your body. Let's take one more big breath here. Lovely. Nice and slowly, gently rolling back onto your bellies. Take your time. Draw that left hand back in line with the chest, elbows point to the ceiling, relax the forehead. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Lovely. Let's explore the other side. Right arm out to the right, palm slightly higher than the shoulder. Spread the fingers, bend into that left leg, press into the left hand. We'll roll onto that right shoulder. Plant that left foot behind the crease of the right knee, relaxing the head and neck. Again, just arriving here. Maybe noticing any differences in sensation from the left side to the right. Just observing. And throwing in any of those variations if they felt safe for you. So maybe left arm around the back or both knees to the ceiling. Wherever we are breathing, sending that breath into the belly. Two more here. Lovely. Nice and slowly rolling back onto your belly. Bringing that right hand back in line with the chest, elbows to the ceiling. Relax the forehead. Big inhale. Big exhale. Pressing into the hands, pressing into the knees. Let's find a tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Let's really spread the fingers, ground the knuckles, and make some circles to warm up those wrists. Stick with one direction first. And let's go the other way, switch it up. Lovely, coming back through center. Let's turn those fingers to face the knees. Spread them and ground through the knuckles, maybe tucking the toes under here also, and bring in a gentle rock back and forward. Breathing. Lovely. One more rock. Let's come back through center. Give that a little shake. And those fingers are pressing forward. We'll find some cat-cows here. The toes can stay tucked under, or we can press into the tops of the feet. As we inhale, let's drop the belly, create that arch. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift the chin. As we exhale, let's press away from the floor, round through the back, draw that chin into the chest. Inhale, let's drop the belly, create that arch, squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale, let's round, pressing away from the floor. I invite you to close the eyes here and keep moving through your cat-cows, and feel free to add anything else in. Any sways in the spine, any circles in the torso. You're welcome to continue just as we started as well. Just taking a little time to explore. Keep synchronizing your breath and movement. 3 more here. Creating some space in the spine. Deep, nourishing breaths. Last one. Meeting in a nice neutral spine. When you're ready, tucking the toes under if you haven't done so already, and we'll peel those hips up towards the ceiling, finding your downward facing dog, and take a few moments to find some movements, pedaling out through the legs maybe, shifting hips gently left and right. Let's check in with those fingers and hands. Can we spread the fingers nice and wide? Ground those knuckles into the mat. Relax the head and neck. Feet are hip width distance apart, and we're going to inhale, lift nice and high on the balls of the feet. Exhale, drop the heels, sigh the breath. Inhale nice and high, balls of the feet. Exhale, drop the heels, sigh the breath. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Next time we inhale up onto the balls of the feet, we'll round all the way through the back, finding your plank pose. You may need to shorten or lengthen your plank here. We'll then soften hips, pelvis, knees. Maybe a gentle bend in the elbows, squeezing the glutes, lift the chin, shoulders stay away from the ears. Pressing into the hands, core nice and active, hips come up and back, downward facing. Hands walk towards the feet at the back of your mats, folding forward, Uttanasana. Strong bend in the knees, arms are heavy, head is heavy. We roll up really, really slowly, rebuilding our stance, vertebrae by vertebrae. The head is the last to rise, and as it does, let those arms float up towards the ceiling. Ground through those heels. Draw that tailbone under, big inhale. We'll twist to the left, left arm back, right arm forward. Gaze at the left thumb as those hips stay square, facing the front of the mat. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist to the right, right arm back, left arm forward, gazing at the right thumb, keeping those hips square. Lovely. Inhale, back through center. Cactusing the arms, bending the elbows, spreading the fingers, lifting the chest towards the ceiling and maybe the chin. Exhaling here. Inhale, let's reach all the way up. And really lazily folding forward, swan diving all the way back down to your mats. Lovely. Walking those hands back out to your downward facing. We're going to take 2 more rounds like this. I want you to think about it being one fluid motion from start to finish. Let's take an inhale, big exhale, and let's begin second round. Inhale nice and high on the balls of the feet, round through the back. Find your plank pose, soften hips, pelvis, knees, find that back bend, shoulders away from the ears. Press into the hands, downward facing, walking the hands towards the feet. Folding forward, strong bend in the knees. We roll up nice and slow, rebuild the spine, arms heavy, head heavy. It's the last to rise. Take your time and let those arms float towards the ceiling. Ground through those heels, big inhale here. Twisting to the left, hips stay square, we gaze at the left thumb. Inhale back through center. Twist to the right, gaze at the right thumb. Spread those fingers. Inhale back through center. We cactus the arms. Now we can add in by squeezing glutes, pushing hips forward and finding more of a back bend here if that feels safe. Inhale, sweeping up. Lazy swan dive. Exhale down to the mat. Lovely. Walking back out to your downward facing. Third round. Let's take a breath before we begin. Big inhale. Big exhale. Lovely. Let's lift nice and high on the toes, round through. Exhale, soften hips, knees, pelvis, shoulders draw back. Inhale here. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing. Walk those hands. Folding forward, strong bend in the knees. We roll up, inhale. Exhale here, still rolling. Inhale. Exhale here, still rolling. Head is the last to rise. Lovely. Let those arms float. Ground through those heels. Inhale. Twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Hips nice and square. Lovely. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back through center. Find that cactus. Inhale, let's reach up. Swan dive all the way back forward. Lovely. Let's walk back out to our downward facing. Big inhale. Big exhale. Right leg will lift. Kick the heel, squeeze the glute. Let's stack that right hip on top of the left. Bend that knee in and draw that heel into the bottom. Press that knee towards the ceiling as we gaze under that left armpit, squaring off the shoulders. Big inhale here. And as we exhale, let's draw it all the way through. Plant the foot inside. The right hand soften to the left knee, untap the toe. Let's find a low lunge. Hands can interlace on top of that right knee. Now the hands can stay here or we can open them out once we found a little balance. We'll find some pulses here. As we inhale, we're going to press into that right knee, draw that tailbone under, inhale. As we exhale, let's sink into that lunge. Inhale, press into that right knee, draw that tailbone under, core active. Exhale, let's sink. Working into that left hip flexor. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Let's plant that left hand, sweep that right arm all the way up, nice low lunge twist. Now we can stay here thinking about creating one long line from right fingertips down to the heel of the left hand. We can add in untucking the left toes and lifting up through that back left leg. Think about the crease behind the knee pressing towards the ceiling and lift the hips a little. One long line from the right fingertips down to the heel of the left hand. We breathe. Sending that breath into the belly. Let's take one more here. Can we twist a little more? Lovely. Let's frame that front right foot. And we'll draw it back into our downward facing. Take a few moments, pedal this out. Spread the fingers, ground the knuckles, tailbone towards the ceiling. Maybe the chest sinks a little more towards the shins. Lovely. Let's explore the left side. Let's inhale, lift that left leg. And we're going to bend the knees, stack that left hip on top of the right. Press the knee to the ceiling, heel into the bottom. Gaze under the right armpit, squaring off the shoulders. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Let's draw that leg all the way through. Plant the foot inside the left hand. Soften to the right knee, untuck the toe. Interlace hands on that left knee and find that low lunge. Just establish your balance first. And your hands can stay here, they can open out. And we'll find those pulses. As we inhale, let's press into that left knee, draw that tailbone under. Exhale, let's sink into that lunge. Now working into that right hip flexor. Inhale, press into that left knee, draw that tailbone under, core tight. Exhale, let's sink. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last time. Exhaling. Now bringing that hand to the floor, left arm will sweep up, low lunge twist. And again, options to stay here, option to untuck the right toes, finding that back leg off the floor. Crease behind the knee up to the ceiling, and again, one long line from left fingertips down to the heel of the right hand. We can self-adjust here, drawing that hand in line and fingers in line with the nose, plugging that shoulder back in, then extending it up. Lifting the hips a little, breathing, sending that breath into the belly. 2 more. Last breath. Lovely. Let's frame that front left foot. Let's find our way back into our downward facing. Again, taking a moment, maybe pedaling this out. And we'll drop onto our knees, untuck those toes, and we'll walk those hands back to the heels, palms facing the ceiling, and just taking a moment here. Allow those shoulders to relax down the back. Notice if you're sticking the bottom and ribs out, can we draw this all in? Take a big inhale, a big sigh out. Let it all go. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last time, big breath in. Big breath out. Lovely, just working into a nice lateral bend here. I'm just going to face you. So that left hand is going to come outside of the left hip. We'll bump those hips slightly to the right as we sweep that right arm up and over the ear. Think one long line from right fingers down to right hip. We can work gentle bends into that left elbow or think about moving it further away. Breathing. We press into that hand, lift the chest a little more. Lengthening through that right side body. One more breath here. Lovely. Let's reach up through center. Take a big inhale. And we'll find the other side. Let's plant that right hand, sweep the left arm up and over the ear. Gently scoot those hips to the left a little. Again, one long line, fingers down to hip. Can we open the chest? Breathing. Maybe gentle bends in the right elbow, exploring your depth, maybe walking the hand further out. One more here. Lovely, let's press into that hand, find our central position. This time interlacing hands, palms pressed towards the ceiling, shoulders to the ears. Big inhale. And exhale, let's cactus those arms again. Bend the elbows, draw that chest up towards the ceiling, lift the chin. Exhale here. 2 more like that. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Lovely, we can rest those hands and just scoot ourselves over to one side to land on our bottoms. Wonderful. Okay, so coming towards the top of your mat and bring those feet together, knees together, hands underneath the creases of the knees. Find this connection of the lower belly and the upper thighs and begin to lift the feet off the floor. Ankles come in line with the knees, toes super active. Now we can stay here. Relax those shoulders away from the ears and allow the shoulder blades to slide down the back. Welcome to open those arms out and find your boat pose. Breathing, keep squeezing those knees together. Firing up the core. Now in 5 counts, we're going to lower ourselves to our mats. Going 5, 4, lengthening the legs out. 3, create that shake. 2, and 1, lowering down. Take a moment here, big inhale. Big sigh out. Lovely. Let's draw those knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice little massage on your lumbar spine. Couple circles here, rolling around. Lovely. Let's draw that right knee into the chest. Extend through the left leg. Toes super active. Inhale. Let's squeeze that right knee in. Exhale, left hand will encourage the right knee across the body to the left. Right shoulder stays grounded as that arm reaches out to the right. Gaze follows, supine twist. Relaxing through the shoulders, softening through with the muscles on the face. Breathing. One more breath. Lovely. Slowly drawing yourself back through center. Give that right knee a good squeeze. And we will switch sides. Drawing that left knee into the chest. Extend through the right. Toes super active. Inhale. Let's squeeze that left knee in. Exhale. Right hand will encourage left knee across the body. Left shoulder stays grounded as that arm extends. Gaze follows. Finding your soul spine. Other side. Soften the eyes. Breathing here. One more breath. Let's find ourselves back through center. Give that left knee a nice good squeeze. And let the right knee come in to meet it, wrapping those arms around the shins. Really closing this gap between the knees and the chest, the thighs, should I say, and the chest. Really finding that compression here. Inhale. Really big exhale, let it all go. Squeeze the legs in a little more. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe it's hard to breathe as we're squeezing those knees into the chest. Inhale. Now the exhale to really create space. Lovely. Take a big inhale, draw the chin into the knees, big breath. And like a starfish, splaying the legs and the arms out, we find our final resting pose, Shavasana. Open the arms out, legs go nice and wide, toes splaying out. Take a big inhale in. Big exhale out. Allow everything to melt into the floor. No longer needing to move or think about how you're breathing. Just allowing your body to be. Dedicating as long as you like to stillness. This is where I love and leave you. Thank you so much for joining in with me for your practice, and I really hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.